Now we'll talk about the techniques for shooting extreme close-ups, which have some special requirements of their own. First of all, if you're going to shoot extreme close-ups, do mount the camera on a tripod. That way you'll be able to have your hands free to move the subject closer to or further away from the camera, be able to move around the camera so that you can see the image in the viewfinder, and just generally keep a steadier shot, which an extreme close-up almost always requires. Of course, there are some extreme close-ups of little animals, bugs, microbes, and so forth that will require that you not use a tripod because you have to follow them with the camera, but that's not the case with the majority of subjects. Some digital cameras are particularly good at shooting close-ups without any supplementary lenses. But if you just can't get close enough to the subject to focus on it properly, there are supplementary lenses like these that will screw on or slip on to the front of your lens and allow you to get quite a bit closer. They come in what are called diopters. In other words, you get 100% closer than you could without the slip-on ring, 200% closer, 400% closer. You could get 300% closer by combining the 1 and 2 filters. You could get 600% closer by combining the 2 and 4 filters, and so forth. Always use through the lens viewfinding when you're shooting extreme close-ups, because otherwise the difference between the position of the optical viewfinder and the position of the lens itself at that close a distance are great enough that you will never see what you're actually going to take a picture of through the optical viewfinder. Use the camera's LCD, or if you're rich enough, get a single lens reflex digital camera. That's going to cost you at least $800. And finally, use the smallest aperture that's practical given the light and contrast that you have, because when you get this close, depth of field gets very shallow. If you want to keep all of these little objects in focus, you're going to have to stop down quite a bit. Probably be nearly impossible except with a professional camera that would stop down to, say, f/22 or f/32 to really get all the petals of this flower in focus as well.